Sorry I didn't do it earlier, guys. I've been rather exhausted today. I ended up falling asleep again. So I do apologize. Let me do this. Let me fix that. All right. There we go there. What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you all doing? I'm just sitting here in my living room right now. My dad, my stepmom are actually out at out to the movies. So I got the house to myself for a little while. But I ended up falling asleep again, guys. So I do apologize about not starting at 7 o'clock. It's been rough this past week. What's up, man? Oh, how's everybody's day? How you doing there, Get Hacked? King Kill All, Raymond. How you all doing? Welcome into the show, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe. Come join the family. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm a little slow. I'm still exhausted. I've probably in 24-hour time span had 2.5 hours of sleep from napping on and off. Nice. Thank you. You're the hacked account? Okay. Welcome into the show, guys. We're still going to have a longer episode. Music. Hello, my Jin Jin. Welcome into the show, baby. But yeah, guys, so I was going to talk about, taking care of business and everything like that. But I'm going to talk about some current things that are going on that are kind of bugging me, not in my life, but in my country. And things like that. So we're going to have a bit of a serious discussion today about some things that are affecting us as Americans. So I hope you guys come in and join the show. Can't sleep from what happened the last 6 hours ago. I hear you, King Kill All. I'm sorry about hearing all about that, guys. This is a terrible, terrible situation. And it's affecting a lot of us. It's affecting people in my chat. It's affecting me, because anytime America goes to war, guys, things get more expensive here, a lot more expensive, and then we got to worry about our cousins, our nephews, our nieces, our brothers, our sisters, we got to worry about them going into war, guys, and these are just horrible things. I understand. I'm sorry you're traumatized. What's up, Jasmine? It's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Jasmine. Welcome into the show. There was a siren. Yeah, I can understand that would get you really, really worked up, guys. And what I'm worried about now, guys, is the same thing I've been worried about, that there's going to be a World War III, and that is just, it's kind of breaking my heart. And the reason being is because the last time there was a World War, there was so much loss of life that was needlessly lost over something that could have easily been dealt with a lot better. It could have been handled a lot easier. But it's very unfortunate that we see these things happening nowadays in our world. War, struggle, strife. Yeah, World War III. Yosef. Oh, okay. Welcome in, Yosef. Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to be World War III. But yes, happy birthday, Jasmine. Welcome into the show, everybody. To anyone in the show that's of Muslim descent, assalamu alaikum. To anybody in the show that's American, how you doing, my friend? Welcome on in. My Christian friends, God bless you. To my Viking brethren, hail and have a good day, man. I hope you did. I'm just a kid and I thought there was a bomb coming to my country. I understand that, Get Hacked. That's a terrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling. To be afraid of a country from another world, from around the world, because of the weapons they can use. That's got to be a frightening experience, you know. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and do this for my Jin Jin. Y'all go check out my Jin Jin's channel down here. That's my girlfriend right there. That's at JinHolder976. Y'all want to get a hold of me, this is my email address right here. So, yeah, guys, I do apologize for any inconveniences I've given today. I do apologize for missing, afternoon hangout. But I had to mow the lawn. And then after that, I sat down. I was like, okay, I'm going to stay awake. I'm going to do my show, and I'm going to go to bed. And then about 6:30, I fell asleep. It's the last time I remember it. I'm sorry to hear that, King Kill All. Joseph's ceasefire is confirmed with Israel and Iran and us. Nice. That's good. Yeah, thank you, Jin Jin, for taking over for me this afternoon. Thank you so much. I don't have the horn today to do the scalds. I do apologize. I'm just so tired, guys, that I rushed this all together. That's why I'm not in full armor or anything like that right now. This is a rush show, and I do apologize for that. But I hope you guys will all stick around. Might not stay a while in the show. Oh, I'm sorry. Why is that, King Kill All? But, these things that are going on right now, these things can be handled diplomatically. I'm glad there's a ceasefire going on. And this ceasefire is probably the best idea for the current situation. Let's go on ahead and find a diplomatic solution that can work for every side. Let's not needlessly hurt people. Let's no longer terrorize people. Let's no longer traumatize children. Guys, let's make sure that there's no loss of life, is all I'm calling for. No loss of life in this war. Let's make this one end peacefully. I'm still tired oh yeah, I got you there, King Kill All. I got you there, sweetheart. What's up, country girl? One day I was with my cousin laughing the second sirens. I got you there. What's up, Be Yourself? Welcome into the show again. Love the name. So guys, yeah, you've got situations that are arising now that are becoming horrible, horrible tragedies, that are affecting generations. Guys, let's stop this generational trauma. Let's stop this anger towards each other. Let's stop this hatred. Guys, let's just find a way to coexist. It's not that difficult. You've just got to learn to understand the other. And that's all you've got to do. You just got to learn to understand one another and learn to coexist. Yeah, heat index is insane down here. Yes, I know that is definitely a miracle. What's up, Superior? You were in early today. We were going to go extra long. We're going to go till probably about 9:30, 9:45 today. So, after I take my medication, we're probably going to go for an extra 15 minutes, and then I'm going to call it quits because it's not going to be long before my butt's going to be up again. So, welcome into the show, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up. If you would, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Today we're talking about the situation with this new ceasefire. And we've also got a new situation that's arisen with a couple of law changes, two of which actually, benefit me. But at the same time, I'm going to cause some issues. Definitely hot. You drinking chai tea? Wow. 140 next. Wow. That's hot. What's up, Jennifer? How you doing? What's up, BMC? Hello, Spampton. Welcome into the show, everybody. Thank you all so much for showing up. If you would, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Go visit my girl at JinHolder976. You can email me up here. I wasn't able to set up my normal thing, so I wasn't able to get everything up there today. So we're not going to be asking for donations today because I ended up accidentally possibly getting $100. But because my pup was asleep and I missed the message, I missed the money. So, yeah. Filipina, welcome back in. And I like chai tea too. BMC, as far as going live together, let me figure out StreamYard. That's what I'm working on. I got to find a way to pay for StreamYard. So that's the only way I can do it. I can't bring you into a live the only way I know how. So I've got to figure out StreamYard, and then we can go live with you, brother. Hello, Filipina. How you doing today? Chai yum. Yes, chai yum. But anyway, guys, we have had a situation where World War III almost started, and we have avoided it so far. So let's continue to avoid this situation, and let's not. I want people here in America, I want you to write your senators. I want you to write your government. I want you to tell them, hey guys, let's try to find this diplomatically. Let's try to solve this easily. Chat is better than coffee, to be honest. Thank you. Iran sent a bomb in the middle of nowhere in Kuwait to break the American base, and another country sent protesters to break the bombs or to scare us. Oh, it's all good, BMC. I really don't know yet because that's why I've been telling you I don't know. It's because I got to figure out StreamYard. I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. That's what I don't know, brother. But anyhow, so yeah, get hacked. That's definitely something. Rest in peace, Coach Wall. Who's Coach Wall? And welcome in, Sir Fly. Oh, I got you there, get hacked. What's up, Subject? Welcome into the show, man. Hi, my Jin Jin. Thank you for saying hi to everybody. Guys, please come on in, join the chat. We like having new people here. But we're talking about the situation that's been going on with this whole possibility of war. And I'm about to start mentioning here when we hit another 3 minutes, actually. We're going to be mentioning about the whole changes in child support, which actually affects me in a positive way for once. Just woke up. Yeah, man, I kind of just woke up myself. Didn't even mean to. A Mr. Beast person that died in his apartment. Oh, I feel sorry. Yeah, I got to see a preview of Jin Jin's new pick. It's beautiful. Coach Wall was helping people lose weight and then died. Man, that's a terrible thing to hear. Thank you for letting us know. Rest in peace there, Coach Wall. We hope you sit there in Asgard with your ancestors. If you weren't going to Asgard, well then I hope you're sitting with your ancestors anyway. Wherever it is that is your ultimate paradise, I hope you went there. Oh yeah, poor Coach. But man, we don't know when our time is. The only ones who know is the norms. In a Mr. Beast video, a coach was helping a dude lose 200 pounds in 200 days. And on day 87, instead of him coming, Mr. Beast's producer came in and told him that he died in his apartment. Oh, no. Yes, I'm definitely ready for a little cooler weather there, my Jin Jin. It'll definitely be a little easier on me for my training and my blacksmithing for sure. Which guys, speaking of the blacksmithing videos, they're going to be coming up here real soon. As soon as the 3rd rolls around and I get my paycheck in, then I'll be able to take and go and get ourselves some more propane. And we'll be able to get back to our blacksmithing videos where I'll finally be teaching y'all how to finalize the blade and then quench it. So it'll be fun. I know, get hacked. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But yeah, the blacksmithing videos will be coming back. Not only that, we're going to be starting up our normal training regime and everything again like that tomorrow. I still got to finish mowing the lawn, but I got a good chunk of it done, so it won't be as bad on me. PEO. Oh, yeah. PEO. Propane. Oh. I had to think about it for a minute. And then when you said propane, I was just like, duh. Hold on a second, guys. Let me wait, see if I can skip this here in a minute so we can still have our music going. Yeah, we can skip it here in a little bit. Well, I'll skip this here in just a little bit so we can get to our music so I don't get copywritten for the commercial. Because yeah, guys, I decided to try music tonight. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, how is everyone there? How's everyone's afternoon going? How's everyone's morning going? You know, how's everyone's night going so far? Next. But it's been great having everybody into the show, guys. We've been growing so fast, and we've been getting so many things done. You know, guys, we're still looking for donations to go to Miss Eunice and to go to the Friends of Village Creek. Like I said, I missed a big one, and that was all my fault. You know, I was asleep. Jin is in North Carolina. You had hamburgers for supper? I don't know what I'm having for supper. Might be sandwiches. Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard any news on Wayne so far. As far as we know, he's back in his apartment with his wife and kid. You know, so hopefully he gets to stay there this time. But yeah, I'm in Southeast Texas. Jin's in North Carolina. We've been dating about 5 months. So we really haven't been together that long. So we haven't even had time to save up money to go see each other yet. Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, hood. Good, hood, good. Good hood. Does that exist, a good hood? Yeah, I hope he's okay too, man. Wayne's Wayne, though, dude. That guy's his own worst enemy. He beats himself up more than anybody. I mean, one day he calls us up. He's like, I need to go to the hospital. We said, what's wrong, dude? He goes, first off, I can't drive myself. We're like, that doesn't matter. What happened? I fell off my balcony and landed on my truck, and we just started dying laughing. We're like, dude, how did you fall off your balcony? He goes, I don't know. 1 second I sneeze, next second kaplow. And I was just like, good God, man. One day he was cutting with a box cutter, slips up and rips his leg wide open. You know, I mean, the guy beats himself up more than anyone else. It's hilarious. Have you ever seen each other in person? Not yet. Hello, KK. How you doing? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. You know, we've had some serious situations that have arisen. We've got a ceasefire going on right now. And guys, this is the one that's affected me. Donald J. Trump passed a bill that is now allowing people that are paying child support to actually claim their children on their income taxes at the end of the year. And guys, that would actually help me. I could get my income tax. You know, that would work for me. That would help me pay off my child support, my back child support even faster as well. You know, guys, so that is going to tick a lot of people off, though. That's going to make a lot of moms angry. And I stand by my single moms, and I stand by, you know, my, you know, divorced dads. I stand by both sides because I'm a divorced dad who has to pay child support. You know, even though I no longer have legal rights to my children, I still consider myself their father, even though one day I hope I can find them, and I hope they just don't hate me, you know. But anyway, I stand behind single moms because I was raised by a single mom. You know, the only single moms I don't stand behind are these ones that come on TikTok and here on YouTube do shorts, or they post on Facebook that they're spending that paycheck on themselves. They're not spending it on them kids. That money is not for you if you're a single mom. You know, that child support goes to your child, not to you. You know, and this one lady was bragging about buying a Gucci purse, saying it was just reimbursement for money wasted on her kids. And I was just like, really? That's what you think about your children? Why'd you have them in the first place? If all they are to you is a paycheck, why even have a kid? And that was heartbreaking to me to hear so many women that thought that, or would sit there and be like, I'm gonna go get my nails done and I'm gonna get my hair did. And I'm just like, no. You're gonna take that money and you're gonna go get child supplies. You're gonna take that money and you're gonna go get diapers. You're gonna take that money and you're gonna go get baby formula or school supplies or shoes or clothes or whatever that baby needs. Because that's who that check is for. That check goes to that child, not to you. And my mom spent her child support money on what we needed as children or bills if she needed to pay them. So she spent it on what was right. But I've seen a lot of moms that as soon as that paycheck comes in, whoo, boy, they just lap at it like hog in slop. Because now they're going to go spend all that money on what they want. Just plain and simple, what they want. And that baby's never taken into consideration. Not once. So these people, yes, they deserve to have child support restrictions. I completely agree with that. If you're not going to spend child support money on the child, then you don't deserve child support. It's just plain and simple. And the way child support is done here in America is it's based on both parents' incomes, not just one. And what they do is they look at who makes the most money. If the mom makes more money than the dad pays less. But if the dad makes more money than the mother, then he pays more. So that's just the way it works. And it's actually not right. I think there should be a set percentage because not only that, but the needs of the child are never taken into consideration in the first place through the child support laws. So it makes no sense. There is a child support reform that needs to happen, and it's not exact. I don't exactly support abortions, but at the same time, I understand that sometimes medically they're needed, because we knew of a situation where a young lady with a certain disease, I can't remember if it was multiple sclerosis or muscular dystrophy, one of the two, was raped, that word, by her brother and ended up pregnant and physically would not survive the pregnancy, neither would the child. So they aborted it. Those kinds of situations of extreme circumstance, I can see. But just to get rid of one, there's too many people willing to adopt kids like me. I'd love to have a child. I'd raise that kid to be the most honest child you'd ever see in your life. With fairness and kindness. And you don't see that anymore. You don't teach anymore. Parents just get mad. I got you. Well, if you just want to have, rampant willy-nilly fun, then birth control is what it's there for. Use it. There are ways of getting around that. But anyway, guys, off that topic, the whole thing about the child support law was just that there's a lot of people don't realize that when us men get hit with child support, our lives are basically done because we can't be successful because the more success you bring in, the more money they're going to take. They're just going to be like, oh, nope. Okay, we're going to get more. Okay, we're going to get more. Okay, we're going to get more. And you'll never get ahead. You'll never get ahead. They'll make sure you stay behind. And it's so that they can just keep taking more. And eventually they'll start garnishing your paychecks. Wait till you go to get your paycheck in and it's just like, what the heck? You know, because you're $800 short, you know, and you've gotten used to the first 6 months of living off of that original salary you got for that job. Now you're $800 to $1,000 short because child support. You know, so being able to claim some income taxes back, because a lot of us men that get put on child support, a lot of them decide to not work at all because they don't feel like paying it. Those are deadbeats. A lot of us struggle, work our butts off, which was me before I got literally labeled disabled and had to find a new way to struggle through life. You know, so this gives us a little bit of a chance to get back up on our feet every year and maybe be able to actually pay that child support. You know, maybe actually be able to survive, you know, guys, because it's really difficult. It really, really is. And I saw so many videos that just made me lose faith in some of these young women, these modern American women. You know, I thank God that I got a good one. You know, hello, Zoe. Welcome into the show. You know, and I know that a lot of my young ladies that are in here and everything like that, there's some sweet women, or they wouldn't be here. You know, they wouldn't be listening to this bearded, ugly old fart, you know. But anyway, what I'm getting at, guys, is simply that there was just so much shallowness and so much negativity and so much just, you know, I'm a piggy bank, you know, where you get to go play, you know. No, that's not cool. That's not fair. So ladies, if you think that way, please don't anymore. You know, it's just, I'm not trying to down you. I'm not trying to disempower you. I'm not trying to mascotize you or whatever you want to say. All I'm simply saying is let's not walk in front of or behind each other. Let's walk beside one another. Let's work together. That's how it was. Not, you know, oh, I rule the household. Well, some guys, yes, that was true. You know, some guys are like that. I'm not. I want a woman that walks beside me, not behind me. That's why I have a queen. That's why I have my Jin Jin. You know, guys, I don't have a wife. I have a queen that I stand beside. That's far better than walking in front of or behind. What's up, Kurt and Jessica? Just joined. I was trapped into having a child as soon as we had him. Took him off, claimed child support. She doesn't even let me talk to her. Yeah, that's the same thing that happened with me, Kurt. I can't even talk to or see my kid. But I pay child support. Yeah, can't even talk to or see them, but I pay child support. You know, guys, I'm supposed to be making $800 a month in my disability. I get $374. You know, that's how much they take from a disabled American. So imagine what they'll take from a working American. She is my queen. Thank you. But, you know, guys, there's also this new law that's coming out that's going to stop a lot of this baby trapping. You know, a lot of you young women, if you think you're going to get a man to stay by having a baby, no. First off, that don't work that way. If you don't want one, don't force it on him. If you don't want one, don't you poke holes in the stuff. Don't you quit taking your birth control. If you don't want one, give him time and he eventually will. If he's meant to be with you, he eventually is going to want to bear a child with you. It's built into us, guys. Just like it's built into y'all. Y'all just start early. You know, guys, some of us men are nervous. We had bad dads. We sit back going, I don't want to do this because, man, I don't want to be my dad, you know. And that was what had me so nervous whenever I went to have Elkin and Jamie. I was like, oh, please, Odin, please. Don't let me turn into Randy Terrell Gage. Please, Odin, please. You know, because I love my dad. I do. But I want to strangle him. But I got to put up with him. He's my dad. You know, I'm sure he wants to do it to me half the daggum time too. We kind of got a Homer Bart Simpson relationship going on here. So, yeah, it's kind of like that. Oh, by the way, guys, check this out. My tomato plant has started producing. So we got our first nice, beautiful, ripe tomato, all with all natural, organic ingredients and everything like that. We just started that tomato plant. It ain't even hip high, and it produced this big of a tomato. So we're going to have a lot of really nice, ripe ones coming up here real soon. No, that is not Game of Thrones. It's Viking music, but it is not Game of Thrones. Hi, Rebel. How you doing, man? But yeah, welcome in, Kurt. But yeah, that's my little tomato. I'm going to eat him tonight. That's going to be my snackage. So yeah, guys, when everybody asks, how's my diet? Fresh fruit. If I can help it, fresh meat. I got chicken thawing out in the sink that we actually cleaned myself. And I'm going to make myself a nice little chicken sandwich tonight. So I'm going to make myself a nice little chicken salad out of some chicken breasts that I'm going to saute myself and, you know, slice all up and everything like that. I eat more organic than I do anything. I have a very Paleolithic diet, you know, guys, and it doesn't build a lot of muscle. You know, I'm not the most built guy out there, I'll admit. You know, I don't think I'm a brick shit house, but excuse the language. But I'm not weak. I'm solid, you know, so that works. You know, I'm not weak in the slightest. I can still lift 200 pounds with no problem. You don't need a lot of muscle when you eat a very primitive life. You know, when you live a very primitive life, you're constantly working out what little muscle you got. So it makes you end up being it makes your muscles real sinewy and you're strong. You know, so they don't grow big, they just grow tough. You know, and so I don't look like your standard Viking. I can still move this axe. That's the first time I've dropped that in a month. And I do it on live camera. You would know it. I'm tired, guys. I am so tired. It ain't even funny after being up for 24 hours. But I can still move this axe. But, yeah, I had my goofy moment. How you doing, Mr. Rebel? Whoops, yeah, I had an oopsie. But hey, even experts drop stuff. And the twirling shit is something new. I don't normally twirl, you know, guys. I actually don't do that because that's Hollywood crap. I'm doing it to strengthen my fingers. It's the only reason why. Yeah, oopsie doopsie. But it's all good, man. If you can't laugh at yourself, that's why I was like, that's the first time I've done that. And it's because I haven't slept in a day. You know, and here I am trying to play around with an axe. Go figure. Oh, yeah, we're up to a good amount of likes today. We're actually able to pull them in now. But how's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully I just made everybody just a little irritable. I'm sorry to hear that. What's the picture behind me? It's just a group of Vikings. It's actually a TV. Yes, the axe is absolutely real. This is an actual axe that I train with every day. The only thing is I didn't sharpen it so I can practice with it. The axe is absolutely real. If I'd have hit my toe with this, y'all would have heard me go, ah! It's all good. I'm using gum to help me quit smoking. Man, I get that, Rebel. I definitely get that. I used coffee. Oh my good Lord, was I running to the bathroom all the time. But I used coffee. But I haven't drank enough today, which is probably the reason why I passed back out earlier. I couldn't tell if it was a TV or a picture. Thank you. Yeah, it's supposed to represent Viking serpent, Viking dragon, a lindworm. I got to clean it up again. As you can see, I've let it get a little rusty, but it's because my dad hasn't bought some steel wool yet. Yes, yes, I have hit myself with it by accident. Right on the top of the head. I was tired and I went to rear back like this and block an attack. And when I did, I swung too hard and went bop. And I was just, oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. You know, when I did it that day, man. But yeah, I bumped myself with it a couple of times. You know, I caught myself in the kneecap with it, which is like, I'm done training. No, I'm not. I quit. You know, so yeah, it's happened. It's happened. You know, I'm not going to lie. I've walloped myself. I've lost my grip on it and slung it across the yard. You know, the only thing I've never hit with it, luckily, is one of the dogs. But yeah, a lindworm is a really powerful Nordic dragon. Thank you very much there, KK. Mr. Nope. But yeah, I've mollywopped myself with it a couple of times. My sword, I've accidentally hit myself with a couple of times. You know, when you're training, and you train so hard for so long, and you're trying to get as much out of it as you can. You know, because down here in this Texas heat, you know, you want to be able to just take and you want to start your katas and start your simple movements, like your simple over the head strikes, your simple side strikes, and your basic attack. You know, you want to practice those attacks first to get yourself a good warm-up, which that warm-up is usually the training video you guys get. That's me warming up. And then afterwards, I go into a full-fledged going at it, you know, and I wear myself out, you know, which I just didn't figure y'all wanted just a video of me running around the yard swinging an axe around just looking like a crazy fellow, you know, so that's why I just post the warm-up, you know, because otherwise it'd be a kind of boring video just watching me run around going, ha, ha, you know, looking like a weirdo in my backyard, which I am a weirdo with a beardo, so I guess that works. That's good, BMC. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, man. So, yeah, guys. And yes, a lot of what I have learned has been self-taught from manuals that I've read about axe combat. I have not had formal training. This is literally self-taught. So, yes, it looks a little rough around the edges. It's not the best. But by God, I've won some tournaments that way. What's really scary there, BMC? Seeing the demons? Yes, it is. Yeah, I know, Jen Jen. We got lovebirds in our chat. Country girl after Mr. Rebel. Yeah, and, you know, guys, thank you very much, Subject. You know, it's sometimes difficult to admit that, yes, I have training, but no, I don't have training. You know, because it's hard to explain, you know, but yes, that is literally from researching manuals and some training. I have had about, off and on, if you include all the different masters I've had that have taught me, probably about 2 years worth of training, you know, on how to use it, European weapons. But they've been all different people. It's never been one consistent person. And it's been 6 months, 7 months, 8 months here, there. You know, it never was anything that I could keep going there. Clint is taken by you. Yes, I am there, my Jen Jen. He's up for Country Girl. Oh, yeah. All right. Looks like we got some serious lovebirds going on up in here. Oh, I know she's talking about Country Girl Sweet and Mr. Rebel. They're working it out, guys. That's awesome. We got love blooming right here in the chat, guys. You know, may Freya bless it. You know, I hope she does. May Freya bless it beautifully. You know, it's going to be an amazing thing. You know, having love, having joy, having happiness in your life, that's what we're all meant for. You know, guys, everybody's looking for the answer to, you know, the answer to the big question of life. It's right in front of you. It's a family. That's the answer to life. A family and a happy, simple existence. Oh, I froze. Oh. Am I frozen? Am I frozen? Or am I still here? Jin just sent me I'm frozen. I'm not frozen? Oh, okay. Let me send her a message real quick. I just told her to refresh her page. Maybe it'll bring her back up. Thank you very much. Still here. Great. Great, great. But welcome in, everybody. If you're new, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Please go visit my girl Jen at JenHolder976. You know, please go visit her at JenHolder976. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. You know, Mr. Rebel, it does feel like home here. I try to make it feel like home. You see, that's the whole point. There's a cool sword from my country's history during medieval times called a Paulus. I've heard of Apollos. You know, I've actually got to play with Apollos, but I wasn't very good with it. The historical sword from my country is actually coming right up. This is my training sword, so it's beat up. You know, I got to replace the leather over here on this. This is like 20 years old. But, sorry, move. But this is my training sword. This is a typical Viking longsword. You know, about 35 to 37 inches. You know, and I like this guy too. But I do prefer the axe over the sword. The sword requires more technique. The axe is a lot more simple. You know, there's a lot less you got to pay attention to on an axe than there is with a sword. So I do prefer the axe. Now, buddy, come here, baby. I'm sorry, buddy boy. I didn't mean to mollywop you. Hey, buddy boy. Hey, big boy. Hello, everybody. Hello, babies. Why are y'all all over here? I call one and everybody comes over here. Good Lord. See you, Zoe. Yeah, that would hurt, actually. I accidentally bopped him with the end of the scabbard. Luckily, that's not pointy. But when I went to pull it out, he was right there sniffing at it, and I bopped him in the nose. See you later, Kurt. Thank you all. Thank you for coming in, man. You know, guys, it's been awesome. You know, hang on just a second. Let me see if I can get. No, I do not know which country it originated from. I just know it was called Apollos. Hang on a second, guys. Who are you barking at? There ain't even nobody there, you goofballs. Or are y'all barking to go potty? Are y'all barking to go potty? Give me just a minute, guys. Let me take these guys out for a walk. All right, Shuckers, hold on, baby. I'll take care of you next. Come on, buddy. Come on. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. It takes a while to walk all the dogs. And I have to walk them that way so that Shuck and Buddy doesn't fight. And that's a very unfortunate circumstance. I wish they got along. They're brothers, but they don't. They do not like each other. So, yeah, it's hard to get them to get along whenever they don't like each other. But I've got one more thing I got to do, which I've got to run to the restroom myself, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. Now I'm back. How are y'all doing? Welcome into the show. What's up, Rock? Welcome into the show. Welcome in. Jin's back? Okay, cool. Jin's back in the chat now. Awesome. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. It's awesome to have everybody here. Bark. Thank you so much, man. That was one of those, I walked the dogs and then it was just like, no, you got to go. You know what I mean? And it takes a minute to get the armor on and off. 11:31 a.m. there. Dang. It's my friend is taking his sweet time. Oh, okay, I got you, Rock. All right, yeah. To go on. Oh, I'm sorry about to hear that, Rock. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome. We're going to be going here for just a little while longer. Let's see, what time is it? It is 9:02. So we're probably going to be going till about 9:45, guys. And then we're going to be cutting it off tonight. What's up, Sharky? I didn't see you earlier. If you were already in the chat, welcome in, brother. Guys, thank you for joining the show. We're just sitting here chilling and having a good old time now. We were talking about different laws. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this one. There is a new paternity test law that is going into effect where you have to get a mandatory paternity test for the father of the child before his name can be put on the birth certificate. And the reason being is because of the baby trapping thing I was mentioning earlier. Guys, don't do that to your man. Don't try to trap him with a baby. If you do, make sure it's his baby, because they're locking women up. Yeah, they're locking women up for baby trapping. And I don't want to see any of my girls get locked up on here. I know all y'all are pretty good women there. Oh, yeah, I was asleep too, Sharky. That was part of my problem, man. Not much on tomatoes. I will be not on much tomorrow. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you, Sharky. What's wrong there, Sharky? See you later, subject. Bye, my brother. We'll see you next time, man. Wow, I can't believe we actually had love spawn in my chat, man. That's cool. That's actually how me and Jin met. We started out in a friend's chat. So that's really cool. Thank you guys. It's an honor. Maybe hopefully we push the whole, YouTube love thing going, keep it going, man. It just, wow. Relationship spawn right here. Yeah, first time for everything. Oh, you get to go visit your sister. That's awesome. You're painting on your game right now. I'm in a painting world. Oh, that's cool. Oh, listen to old country girl sweet there. Look at her. Yeah, I know, right? It's absolutely gorgeous and totally cute. Guys, that's the meaning of life. Finding your significant other. Finding what makes you happy. Guys, and settling down. It's not having a bunch of big fancy things. It's not having, a huge house. It's not having a bunch of money. It's literally a simple home, good family, a good woman, and kids you can be proud of. That's what life is. Simple living. Exactly. Yeah, y'all should exchange emails one day. Because that's how we did it. We exchanged emails, and then I was able to figure out how to voice call. That's adorable. That's why I like country girl. There you go, man. There you go. There you go. All right, guys. And, to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to make it to 906 or not. To be fair, I'm pretty wore out just standing here, guys, and I still got to eat tonight. So we might just do the regular, we might just do an hour and 15 minutes over. I don't know, guys. I know I said a lot today, but man, I am just beat. Like, there's tired, and then there's tore. Guys, I'm tore. And it, plus, if my parents come, I did just think about this. If my parents come home before we actually finish this up, yeah, he's gonna have some issues. Oh, nice. Do I support teen relationships? BMC. I was a teenager, and nobody could stop me from getting in a relationship with whoever I wanted to. So the way I look at it is, I don't necessarily support teenagers having relationships, but I know it's going to happen. There's no way to stop it. If they want to do it, they're going to do it. So I support safe practice. I support sex education in class. When you get in like 11th, 12th grade, I support that. I support teaching, how to do it right. Not necessarily how to make it feel good, but how to make sure that you're making the right decision. Guys, and I believe that they should tell their parents before they try. That's what I believe. It's very simple. It's just don't do anything without thinking it through. Don't just rush into the first relationship. That's for sure. I did that, and I messed myself up a few times. It led to quite a bit of heartbreak for quite a long time. I got you. Oh man, the love is going crazy over here. Can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. Yep, they got it going on now. Like Simba and Nala over here running around like, hello, hi. That's absolutely adorable. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I dated a girl off and on for 20 years. I got you, Mr. Rebel. If it's off and on, it's not meant to be. That is one thing I will say. Guys, if you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon, come join the family. Also don't forget to go check out the pinned comment down below at @JenHolder976. If you wish to get in contact with me and find out about the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum, please contact me here at this email address. Guys, it's been quite interesting trying to run this charity for sure. 2022, I got you there. Hey, Miss Nikki Lee is live tonight. So, guys, if you don't know Miss Nikki Lee, go check her out, NICCILEE. So go check out the one and only Miss Nikki Lee. She's absolutely awesome. She does some pretty adult content, though. So if you're underage, don't bother showing up. She's going to kick you out. But, yeah, I agree with you, too, there, Mr. Rebel. Guys, there's a long-standing ideal that I think we can finally maybe start to put to a close if done right. Which this long-standing ideal is that everyone in the Middle East is terrorist and everyone here in America is, an imperialist. I think we need to start trying to find a way to change that this year. I need to feel like we can coexist, because I know we can. I know we can find a way for every last one of us to stand up, look at each other in the eye, shake each other's hand, and go, I admire your culture. I admire your people. And I would like to be your ally. Guys, because I'd like to be a friend. Pop on in and say hi. I'd love to be a friend. And that's the wonderful thing about my channel. We have a great community here. You won't get messed with. We get rid of trolls immediately. So pop on in here, guys, and say hi. There's nothing wrong with meeting new friends and enjoying yourself. Give me just a moment to go grab something to drink, and I'll be right back. I have to say the armor's breaking in nicely. I can bend over easy. Armor's breaking in real nice. Always got to love good Viking music, guys. No copyright laws on this. So much better. I got you there. Yes, Jin will definitely put a troll in its place in a heartbeat. She'll tell them smelly trolls to hit the road. But anyway, guys, yeah, I'm beat. My armor's heavy. My hat is tight. My axe makes me weary. I am tired. So, I'm probably going to let you guys go on ahead and go. I know I promised a long show tonight, and I do apologize for this. But I don't think I can make it, guys. I'm barely making it right now. Joe Shore, welcome in. I'm still trying to fight through it. I really am. But I ain't even joking, guys. This thing feels like it weighs 100 pounds. And it only weighs a pound. No, actually, I didn't get a lot of girls for nothing. I was not the popular guy. No, I was a weirdo. I was the strange kid, I'm in the Bible Belt, brother. I've been a pagan for a long time. I didn't start getting women until I was in my 20s. Yeah, I really need it. Yeah. So, I think that's why me and Jin work out so well. But yeah, guys, it's getting kind of tight in this armor, and I'm getting kind of and I still got to find a way to cook. So, I'm going to see you guys next time. Thank you all so much for being here. Y'all are absolutely incredible. See you from a swamp, later from a gator. Love you, mama. Love you, papa. Love yourself. Be kind. Always find a way to help everybody. Catch you next time.